know those days you feel like you have worked all day but accomplished nothing? Well, this used to be me, and I've learned some tricks to overcome these problems. And in this video, I'm going to learn you guys these tricks. Deep work. There's a huge difference in shallow work and deep work. Imagine an author, for example. What do you think his deep work task would be? Probably writing, while the shallow task would be to answer messages from fans and stuff like that. Or if you're studying and making a PowerPoint, for example, then the shallow task is to make the PowerPoint look nice, and it's essential, right? But it's still pretty shallow. And the deep work task is to actually find the information and write the actual information. So the idea with deep work is that you do the hardest work tasks for limited hours a day. But these tasks are the hardest, so it will fry your brain, literally. So you can't do so much of these tasks a day, maybe like 6 hours a day. Of course, if you do shallow tasks, you can do them all day, but deep work, you can only do like for 6 hours. Myself, I think I can do 3 hours of good deep work. Like for example, now that I'm being a YouTuber, my deep work is to write scripts and actually make the videos. Single task deep work. Now that you probably understand a bit about deep work, you can probably imagine that you shouldn't multitask it, and that is 100% right. Deep work should be done with full focus and in time blocks. We will get back to that later. Shallow tasks, therefore, should be multitasked if possible, 100%. I think the best way to do work is to do work in 90-minute blocks. And after these blocks, you can have a pretty good break for like half an hour or something until you get to your next block. These blocks are pretty hard and brain frying, so you should feel proud after doing a block. Crave the praise from yourself after these blocks. It's also important to keep in mind that you can't do many of these blocks. As I mentioned earlier in this video, these blocks are only for deep work. The absolute hardest tasks should be done under deep work, under these blocks. The max amount of blocks you can do is like 4. You'll probably do the same amount of work or studying in one of these blocks than a normal person that is very distracted do in 4 hours or more. It's very important to keep your phone away or silent during this block. Check your phone under the breaks, but not during the blocks. This is because notifications can distract you way more than you think. You're just going to send one message, right? Answer a message. And then you go into, and then, oh, I got a notification from Instagram. And then you like scroll, and 30 hours have gone by that you could have used on deep work. And not only that, but then your brain will also just think about notification. And that is not the thing your brain should be thinking about when you do these blocks. You should be totally thinking about the work. So please just keep notifications away while doing these blocks. If it's very, very important, fair enough, but I think you can like personalize a focus at least on Apple, so you can like say that, oh, I can only get notifications that are messages from my dad or something like that. If you make clear goals during your work blocks, you're probably going to try and do them instead of procrastinating. Let's say, for example, you stick a post-it on your computer screen where it stands, write 1,000 words. You're going to constantly see that when working and like, oh yeah, I should and then if you don't succeed in doing it, you at least try as hard as you possibly can, nearly. So writing goals, I think that is one of the best ways to get more out of your work. Change your identity. Don't change your identity literally, but when you have the mindset that I am a productive student, or I am a productive worker, or I am an entrepreneur, then you're going to form those beliefs in your head. And let's say you are a top tier student, then you have to work like a tier student, you gotta eat like a top tier student, and yeah. This also works with anything else, like for example, if you say to yourself, I am an athlete, then you're going to work like an athlete and eat like an athlete. This advice seems very cringe, but it actually works. Prioritize other things in your life. The best students are not the ones who work all day and do nothing else. The best students are the students who work focused with no distractions and also takes time to prioritize sleep, diet, being outside with friends and family, etc. The reason why students who do this perform the best is because they do like deep work that I talked about. So they do as much in like 4 hours than other people do probably in a whole day, and they prioritize basic human needs such as social connections and sleep and being outdoors and stuff like that. Working in the best way, deep work, is not about working the most amount of hours. It's about working focused and also prioritize other things in your life. If you got value from this video, I really hope that you show support by liking and subscribing and doing all of that stuff. Share this video to a friend who you think will need it. Take care.